Daredevil Born Again trailer. We've been waiting for this for years. It's been announced for, 2 or 3 years now that this was going to be coming out. This was one of our favorite Netflix shows of all time, one of our favorite superhero shows of all time.
Thank you for finding the time. Sometimes peace needs to be broken. And chaos must reign. Mind putting the hatchet down?
What do you want me to do? Pull up like Daredevil Season 1 trailer and compare?
Oh, that's a good idea, actually.
So much.
I hear things.
You know what they call stuff like that? Gifts.
Welcome to Backseat Directing.
Where we talk about movies, TV shows, comics, and more.
We're your hosts,
Andrew
and Aaron.
We put out new episodes every Monday and Thursday.
And on today's episode, we're reacting to the new Daredevil Born Again trailer.
3, 2, 1.
Action. Andrew, it's finally here. The Daredevil Born Again trailer. We've been waiting for this for years. It's been announced for 2 or 3 years now that this was going to be coming out. This was one of our favorite Netflix shows of all time, one of our favorite superhero shows of all time. It has
One of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah, it's got amazing storylines. It's got fantastic acting. The choreography is amazing. The cinematography is great. The sound and score is great.
Night Nurse, Matt Murdock, Punisher, Karen Page, Foggy, Kingpin, awesome characters.
Yeah, just the entire cast, really. I mean, it's phenomenal. And we've been pretty hesitant on our excitement levels for this because there's been a lot of changes that have happened. We got Daredevil coming back and She-Hulk. Maybe not our favorite version of Matt Murdock that we've seen. And then it was announced, he's going to get his own TV show. It's going to be 23 episodes. Kingpin's coming back. Kingpin was in Hawkeye. It's a little goofy, not kind of the same tone. He had super strength throwing people across rooms. And
he was also in
Echo,
which, it was more of his serious tone, but just had a very weird ending. And I don't know. It took a different route and explored this relationship between him and Echo. That was father-daughter-esque almost, but they just haven't quite hit the mark with the characters that they've reintroduced so far, and they have to hit the mark with Daredevil or it would be very upsetting to fans.
Well, they weren't hitting the mark with the Daredevil Born Again TV show at first because they restarted. Kevin Feige came in and was like, yeah, this isn't it. We're not on the right track. We're going to start over. Apparently, it was more of a courtroom drama, and we didn't even see Matt Murdock in the suit as Daredevil for the 4th episode or something like that, which is crazy. We're signing up for a Daredevil movie. I like court scenes. I feel like they're intense and they can be captivating, but I gotta see some Daredevil too.
Yeah, but the Netflix show Daredevil is a huge success, and it has courtroom scenes.
Right.
But it's few and far between.
It's not the whole show.
The show's called Daredevil. It's not called Matt Murdock.
Yeah.
So, Matt Murdock is a part of who he is, but show us Daredevil.
Yeah, exactly. And I like that he's a lawyer, and I want to see that side of him, but I want to see Daredevil more, or at least the equal, parts. Apparently they fixed it, though, and the trailer is out. We've both seen this trailer already because we're a little late coming to the record. So thank you so much for still joining in on this reaction.
They posted this the minute I got home from recording last week.
Yes, literally we filmed last week, and I was in bed, and Zach texted in our group chat, and he was like, hey, I heard Daredevil's trailer is coming out tomorrow morning. We're like, gosh, aren't we just filmed for the week? So we had to wait a whole week to record this and then a few days to edit and post it. So everyone at this point has probably seen the trailer, which is good because now there's conversation around it. And we appreciate you for signing on and watching. Make sure you hit that subscription button and notification bell so you don't miss any of our other content. We post every Monday and Thursday. So watch on those days.
Short form content every day on all of our short form platforms, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Check out and make sure you're follow and subscribe on all those platforms so you don't miss anything. But we're about to get into this Daredevil Born Again trailer and kind of dig into our thoughts.
All right, here we go.
Thank you for finding the time.
I will admit, it's not entirely unpleasant seeing you again. A lot of time has passed. By the look of it, you've come up in the world.
I could say the same about you.
The mayor serves his city. I can see you're not entirely convinced.
Can you blame me? I can't shake the feeling that you're gaming the system.
Why did you stop being a vigilante?
The line was crossed.
It's hard to come to terms with a violent nature. Hating the power it has over us.
The city can't go unchecked.
Sometimes peace needs to be broken. And chaos must reign.
Mind putting the hatchet down? I was raised to believe in grace. But I was also raised to believe in retribution.
The end gets me every time. I love that like lion growl.
Yeah. We're back, right? We're back.
We're so back.
The Daredevil's back. Restored in all its glory, right?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
There's definitely things in the trailer that do give me pause. Like I was texting with you and Zach that like letting you know that I think it's super cool. I'm very excited. I like that the tones seem similar. One thing I really like about the trailer is they made sure to show us breaking bones, blood, you know, the snapping of the leg and the breaking of the arm are like very intense. You know, it's very gritty and it's very violent. So that's in keeping with the tone of previous Daredevil that we want them to match. But there's also, I think, little telltale signs in this trailer that ring true of modern Marvel television show shooting styles, even movie shooting styles to a degree. Where
Like what?
The sets still feel like studio shooting, and they feel like studio shooting with like a limited number of extras in the background. Like you'll see, you know, them sitting at the diner in the background through the window. There's like one person walking by. You know, I feel like they shot quite a bit in real urban settings. I remember seeing like behind the scenes for the Netflix series, like of the cast and crew of Daredevil in New York. So I feel like they were shooting in New York, and it was easier to do that because at the time it was like this Netflix show that wasn't as big, you know, and this is like a big deal. So to keep spoilers and everything on lock, and because location shooting in New York is expensive, it looks to me like they're doing a lot of studio shooting.
I feel like you're hyper aware to that these days. Because like I didn't pick up on that per se.
I've also watched the trailer
You know.
5 times now.
Yeah.
And that's something that at first was like this itch, you know, that's itch that I felt, and then I could put my finger on it. Especially in the rooftop outdoor scenes, it looks like a studio with like a big blue screen. But they're pretty.
But
quick.
you don't think it looked like that in the original series?
Not when I picture it in my mind. I mean, I'm gonna rewatch it in the next couple weeks, but I feel like a lot of those rooftop scenes felt like they were shot on rooftops.
Interesting. I'm curious. I wonder what they did.
We'll look up. I mean, you could look up a scene and see if we think it. Because the key to it, especially, is going to be if it looks like it was shot on the roof. You know, like if we just look at a clip from Daredevil and it looks.
What do you want me to do? Pull up like Daredevil season 1 trailer and compare?
Oh, that's a good idea, actually.
Daredevil season 1 trailer. Let's see. This is kind of fun. 9 years ago. That's crazy.
2015 to 2018, the original show ran. It
All
was
right,
rated
well,
TVMA, mature.
we're gonna sift through this trailer right here. We'll.
This one has 12 million views. I feel like that's similar to what the other one has already.
When I was a kid, I used to dream what it would be like to live somewhere far away from Hell's Kitchen. But I realized the city was a part of me. It was in my blood. And I would do anything to make it a better place.
Good and evil. Sometimes the difference between the two is a sharp line.
He looks so young.
Sometimes it's a blur. Sometimes we have to do things outside the law.
We're gonna make a difference. I know it doesn't feel like it sometimes, but we are.
You're blind, but you see so much.
I hear things.
You know what they call stuff like that? Gifts. I'm gonna train you. Use it.
There are other ways to see.
I feel like the new trailer feels just a little bit
I wanna
cleaner.
see the
Like
city
stuff feels
and-
given the shots look cleaner.
There's only dark corners.
I'll keep you safe, Karen. I have to be the man this city needs.
What are you gonna do?
Howard James did. Very quick shot.
You and I have a lot in common. We're nothing alike.
Another man's evil does not make you good.
I respect your conviction. The lone man thinks he can make a difference.
This darkness is the light.
I'm just trying to make my city a better place.
I feel like I'm gonna get told that's just in my head, but this to me felt. There's stuff from the hallway fight scene, but this to me feels justified watching both of them back to back.
Like you stand by your statement.
I feel more strong in my opinion after watching this trailer too.
Okay, I'd have to watch the new one again and kind of see it, but I know that's definitely what they've been doing more lately. You know, so you're probably right, but it didn't stand out to me right away. But do you think that's going to hold back the show?
I think it's an indication of like then this show not really being different potentially than the other Marvel shows that we've got so far. And if that's the case, then that would be low quality because Netflix's seasons of Daredevil are far, far superior to any other show that Marvel's produced.
I feel like the thing that throws me off and gives me that like spider sense tingling of maybe this isn't going to be as good as we hope is that the Echo trailer was dope.
Yeah,
This new trailer was dope.
Yeah, but
So I feel like they're just really good at editing trailers.
Yeah.
Like, what if that arm break that we've seen, or those hits that we saw in the trailer, like, that the coolest part?
what if those are the only two times anything like that happens in the show?
That's what I'm saying.
I was hoping the reason they're showing us that is because they're doubling down on making sure that this show is violent like the other show was and not pulling their punches. I mean, they also showed Captain America's shield covered in blood in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So, like, they're willing to do stuff like that, but throughout the show, are you going to keep up with it? Are you going to have Daredevil bleeding and beating the absolute shit out of people? The punches look like they're hitting really hard. That move where he throws the billy club at I think it's Muse. He and pulls him close to him and just.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that looked like a heavy ass hit. So if they can stick with that throughout the show, it'll be really cool. The fighting looks really crisp. The choreography looks good when he has a stick and there's like that bank robbery where the guys have the multicolored ski masks. He like smacks the guy with his cane and then like knocks him out. And it's like really quick and really clean and smooth. And he doesn't have to look because he's got radar sense. Like, that's awesome. They keep that energy the whole show. I think it'd be really cool. It feels like badass like the Netflix show felt. So I just feel like a little inkling of nerves even still. Even with the trailer being good, I'm always like a little bit hesitant, I think, with all the evidence before us of recent shows maybe giving me pause.
I do think this was a step in the right direction, though. Like this trailer that we saw is what we needed to see. It gave us, him wearing the suit a bunch of times. We saw the multiple versions of the helmet. We see different characters from the original Netflix show.
Oh yeah, we saw Punisher, we saw Kingpin, we saw Foggy Karen, and we saw Bullseye.
Yes,
from season 3.
That's awesome. That's what I wanted to see.
Oh, and Vanessa. Vanessa was
And
in it,
Vanessa,
too. That's the
that's
same
right.
actress playing Vanessa from Daredevil.
And Frank Castle looked pretty cool with his beard
Yeah, he
and
has a
the
beard.
longer hair. And
He has that look in season 1 of Punisher when he's been like in hiding, He's
Yeah.
in construction, he grew out the beard.
And like you mentioned, like the hits look like they're hard hits, brutal
Jumping
arm
on the
breaks.
leg.
Yeah.
Jumping on the leg and snapping the leg is crazy. He smashed somebody's face into like a glass bottle on that newspaper stand.
I feel like
Brutal.
this trailer looked more intense than the season 1 trailer. I think that the fighting was more brutal in the trailer, at least.
Yeah, I think season 1 was kind of like they were kind
They're-
of holding their punches.
Yeah,
because
right.
I think we saw a shot of Kingpin when he's doing the door slam.
yeah.
But in the
It
trailer, you
didn't
don't
look
know.
nearly as
In the trailer-
dramatic and crazy as it did in the show. I'm hopeful this is going to be good. I'm going into it thinking that this can be good, rather than some of the other shows that have come out recently. Like, hey, this is going to be bad. Prove me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm going into it like this is going to be good. Don't let me down.
Yeah,
You know?
I have a lot of faith in Charlie Cox. I love Charlie Cox. I think in any capacity, even if the show is disappointing, I'm going to watch it all the way through and still enjoy it somewhat, because just seeing Charlie Cox be Daredevil again makes my heart happy.
Right.
So, like, I'm going to enjoy that no matter what. You got you got John Bernthal coming back as Frank Castle.
There it is.
I always call him Frank Bernthal. That's a sign.
Honestly?
That's a sign that you're a pretty damn good Punisher. If I'm
And good
changing your
actor,
name.
because
Yeah.
you know the character's name
Yeah.
and his name, and you just put them together.
But I think seeing the two of them back in those roles is kind of plenty for me, and everything from there is like icing on the cake. So if they could actually make it a great season of television too, that would just be all the better for me.
Kingpin seemed the same.
Yeah.
As he did in the Netflix shows.
He's got that little hand twitchiness where we even saw it in the season 1 trailers,
Yep.
and then in the season 2 he's like sitting there at the table, and I think
Yep.
he's like
His hand was like resting on the.
Yeah, he's got that little twitch. He's got the yellow tie on. I feel like somebody who knows more than me is probably going to make something of like the color of the tie and like the Easter eggs. There's a few things in there that we could probably talk about, either theories of what's going to happen in the show or Easter eggs on who the characters are. So obviously one super obvious Easter egg is Mayor Kingpin, Mayor Wilson Fisk. It looks like he's mayor of New York. I thought he was going to be running for mayor of New York. Does it look to you like he's won and he's the mayor now?
Yeah, I think that's what they were talking about at the table,
They
right?
got his face all on the, and they're talking about.
Like
I
he's
thought-
come up in the world.
Before the trailer came up, I thought it was going to be him running as a mayor, and
Didn't they
trying
do
to
that
stop it.
already? Wasn't that like the plot line of season 3? Wasn't he like running for mayor then?
Maybe. I've watched it.
The
in a
seasons
while.
kind of
He was-
blur
in season
together. And
3, he was like, he got out of prison, and he was like trying to fix his image and stuff, and like become into the public spotlight. I don't know for sure if it was to run for office or not.
yeah.
But it looks like he's mayor in this season, and Matt Murdock, as Matt Murdock, persona is still trying to expose him. They each know who the other person is, but the general public doesn't know that Matt Murdock is Daredevil. Just Kingpin knows that, and then a few others like Foggy and Karen, and Frank Castle. But their
Does
conversation,
Bullseye know?
he shouldn't, because when they sent him after him, he was.
But he was wearing the Daredevil suit.
Yeah, but I think they sent him to kill. I think they sent him to kill, like Matt Murdock.
Okay.
I
But
have to
then he
rewatch
fought
it. Yeah.
as Matt Murdock. So he probably knows. Right?
Didn't he cover his face? Because he was.
Did he?
Yeah, I think because. Okay, well, they sent him to kill. Maybe they sent him to kill Foggy, because he saves Foggy in the office scene. In the one office scene that when Bullseye's dressed up as Daredevil and just throwing shit at everybody, like Daredevil throws something that like saves Foggy. Yeah, this is the office scene right here. God, that scene's amazing.
Gotta
beat you.
quick commercial here.
Skip.
Good call. Get the
Oof. Gosh. Yeah, this show is kind of brutal. You saw that?
I didn't. I missed those.
He grabbed something out of the person's neck and it like lifted their dead body up off the ground.
He looks good in the suit too. He's got a good jawline.
I love this moment. Oh, he snatches it out of the air. That's how it happens. Oh my god, it's so good. Yeah, because his face is covered up.
And
now.
he's dressed up as the Daredevil in black. Yeah. Okay, so maybe he doesn't.
You see him feeling it, like recognizing that it's his Billy Club. God, oh, that catch is so smooth, it's so clean.
Dude, I need to rewatch this season specifically because I don't remember all the little like details, like how he got the suit and stuff like that.
Right in front of Foggy's face. Also, this is I think this is like
the tension right now.
This is like a thrown together suit because he's wearing like a jacket.
Right.
Bro, the catch was right. Oh, it's so good.
The tension here.
Can they match this? Both of them just looking at each other. Well, one of them looking at the other.
You son of a gun. Dude, look at that locked off camera angle and all these punches that we're getting. That's not easy to do.
And then the camera just moves back with such perfect timing. The choreography of the cameraman
Look how long this take is.
Underrated.
Maybe a cut right there, but it didn't look like it.
If it was well hidden.
Yeah.
When they went along where the camera was blocked a little bit. And like I always think about the complications of lighting and doing sound for a oneer. I mean, sound's probably just all in post, but like when they move the camera, like they move the camera around not quite 360, but like 270.
Yeah.
You got to move everything else if you're lighting the scene.
Probably on like a robo arm.
The camera, you mean, right? But like the lighting stuff too, like
the lighting's probably mostly those practicals.
I mean, it helps that it's such a dark scene, but
yeah.
I also love
like on these close shots, they might have like some reflection and stuff like that, but for the wide shots, it's probably mainly just those practical lights. And then off camera, maybe some bounce.
I love the creativity of the way that they use Bullseye's abilities in this scene. Man, God, the show's so good.
I want to rewatch this season specifically.
I want to watch all three. See, this is shot like a video game. It's like a horror game where you can see around the corner.
Dude. He's like, how did he get me?
He's just picking up random stuff in the office. And everything is a deadly weapon in Bullseye's hand, just a pencil,
Yeah. What a cool, power, too,
I love how since he's impersonating Daredevil too, he can't use a gun. So he has to use all these other things as weapons. That makes the scene more unique and entertaining.
Oh. That was dope. What if we have him catch a snow globe, but then he's going to throw a pencil through it and break it in glass?
And he's just picking up items like he's a machine gun. He's like... point blank. Stomped out.
All right, yeah, that was cool, huh? Think we'll get anything like that?
How could they do anything that could touch that? That's like the 5th best scene in Daredevil. Like, that's like the 5th best action sequence.
Dude, that's crazy. I feel like this is a good place to kind of wrap up this episode on this excitement and this hype from that scene right there. I hope that we get at least one episode that matches that intensity, that creativity of the choreography and the filmmaking, the camera movement. It was perfect.
It was perfect.
It's perfect.
Absolutely perfect. Down to the last
I would change
detail.
No.
I hope.
Dude, I'm excited more so now that I saw that.
I'm excited to go back and rewatch Daredevil. That's what I'm
Yeah.
excited for, dude. I'm out of my seat for that scene. That is
Absolutely.
hype as hell.
Man, yeah, I rewatched season 1 this year, or I guess last year now, since we're at the beginning of the year.
2025, idiot.
So I'll go back and watch 2 and 3. But what are your favorites? Do you go 1, 3, 2?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Even though 2 has Punisher, which is great.
Yeah. All right. What do you guys think? Are we in for a treat? Are we getting the same Daredevil that we know and love from the Netflix series, or is Disney going to Disney-fy it and we're not going to end up including this season of television in with the Netflix show?
I hope we get the Matt Murdock rage. Like that scream at the end. They cut together a scream from Daredevil and a scream from Matt Murdock.
Yeah.
And I hope we get that rage in the show. I hope that's not just like a one-off that goes in the trailer.
I agree. We post new full episodes every Monday and Thursday. Make sure you hit that subscription button and notification bell so you don't miss anything. We're putting out new content all the time. We're coming up to our 300th episode here soon, so we're excited to keep talking. If you have any suggestions for episode topics that you would like us to talk about, let us know down in the comments below. If you'd like to kind of dive into the conversation a little deeper, you can join our Discord, which is linked in the description as well. This is where we talk with a lot of the guests that have been on the show and some of the fans from YouTube that have joined in, and we talk a lot on there. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with, We're talking about different movies that we like, and then we do rankings and polls and debates, and there's a lot going on. It's a lot of fun.
McNeil's posting the 25-cent film Oscar survey in there.
Yeah, and then we're all voting on his page, so that's a lot of fun. So if you want to join, click the link and put in your credit card because it will cost you money.
Yeah.
How much?
Oof. I don't even know. It's like 6 figures now. But with the coupon code,
I think it's actually 4 figures.
You use the coupon code Aaron as a stinky butt.
Yep.
And it is completely
free. In order to get that code, though, you have to actually smell my stinky butt. No?
No.
Okay. Well,
that's not appropriate.
You're right. The code probably doesn't either then, huh? Anyways, if you want to join on there, I don't know why you would at this point, but you can. And we're on every social media platform and any new social media platforms that will replace other social media platforms that may no longer exist anymore. So you can find us there at Backseat Directing. Thanks so much for watching, and that's a wrap.